Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive.
Yeah, this one's going to be a little different.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at resilience and the human spirit.
But not in the way you might expect.
That's right. No research papers or self-help books this time?
Nope. Our source material today is song lyrics.
You heard that right. Song lyrics?
Yeah, might sound a little unusual.
But trust us on this one.
You'd be amazed at how much these lyrics reveal about how people cope with challenges.
How they find strength in the face of adversity and even humor in those unexpected places.
And how they keep moving forward.
Exactly. It's like a window into the human experience.
A raw and unfiltered look at how people navigate the ups and downs of life.
And what I find so fascinating is the sheer range of experiences covered in these songs.
Oh, absolutely. From physical limitations to the internal struggles of chasing dreams.
Yeah. And finding meaning in everyday life.
It's all in there. And you know what ties all of these different themes together?
What's that?
Resilience, plain and simple.
It's like a golden thread running through all these different stories.
It's how people adapt, find strength, even those little glimmers of joy amidst the chaos.
Yeah, it's like finding those cracks of light even in the darkest of times.
Exactly. So are you ready to dive into our first lyrical exploration?
I am. All ears, hit me with it.
Okay, let's start with Chester's Whack-Off Stick.
Okay, now before we go any further, I have to ask about that title.
I know it's a bit provocative.
Just a little bit.
But I promise the song itself is not what you might be thinking.
Okay, good to know. So tell me about Chester and his unique invention.
Chester's story is all about adaptation. Finding ways to thrive even when faced with limitations.
Okay, I'm listening.
He's dealing with tetraplegia, which means he's lost the use of his limbs.
Wow, that's going to be tough.
It is. But instead of letting that define him, he invents this thing he calls the whack-off stick.
The whack-off stick.
Yeah, and it's basically this contraption that helps him interact with his world.
That's incredible. It just goes to show how resilient the human spirit can be.
It really does. It's about finding those workarounds, those creative solutions, even when things seem impossible.
They said Chester couldn't do it. They said he'd have to quit. But he's a legend of invention. Yeah, he found a way to hit. From the rehab room to the ICU, no limits he couldn't break. Now he's a hero in his own right with that contraption he made to shake. It's Chester's whack-off stick, the rehab rock and roll. When the nurses turn away, he's achieving every goal. In the mouth and going song, he's making history quick. 1 click, 2 clicks with Chester's whack-off stick. He's got tetraplegia, got no moves to spare, but you can't keep a man like Chester sitting in despair. Engineered in silence, he built it to survive. Now he's the talk of the hospital. He's never felt more alive. Oh, it's Chester's whack-off stick, a tool of a mastermind. When you're locked inside your body, it's the last laugh you can find. His heart is beating faster with every clever trick. Give it up for Chester's whack-off stick. He rolls through the ward with a smirk on his face. Boys in the beds giving standing ovations from their place. Inventor, survivor, he's the king of rehab, all with a device in his mouth and a mission after all. It's Chester's whack-off stick, a medical breakthrough. When life gets you down, do what you gotta do. Crafted in darkness, but shining so slick. All hands up, well, metaphorically, for Chester's whack-off stick. Yeah, Chester's whack-off stick, taking pride in every stroke. He might not move his arms, but he's cracking
Yeah, it makes me think about those times in my own life when I've felt stuck or limited.
Oh, yeah, we all face those moments, right? What were some of your whack-off stick moments?
Well, there was that time when,
Oh, yeah, I remember that story.
yeah, it wasn't pretty, but I managed to figure something out.
That's the spirit. And that's what Chester's story is all about.
But it's not just about the invention itself.
Right.
No, you're right. It's about the attitude, too.
And the song mentions he might not move his arms, but he's cracking every joke.
Exactly. It's about using humor as a tool for empowerment.
It's like he's saying, yeah, life threw me a curveball, but I'm still in control.
Right. He's not letting his circumstances define him. He's choosing to find joy and laughter, even in the midst of adversity.
You know what it's like? He's reclaiming his agency through humor.
Exactly. And that brings us to our next song, which takes a slightly different approach to resilience.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued what's next on our lyrical journey. This one's called One Step at a Time, and it takes a more direct look at the challenges of physical rehabilitation.
They said I'd never stand again, but here I am, defying them. The hallway's long, my legs feel weak, but every step's the hope I seek. The lunchroom glows, it's far away, but I'll reach it step by step today. One step at a time, I'm proving them wrong, turning the struggle into my song. Though my legs may shake and the tears may fall, every small step makes me stand tall. Their cheers are soft, their smiles are kind, and guilt creeps into my mind. Why me, not them? Why do I rise? But I'll carry their hopes with every stride. One step at a time, I'm finding my way, turning the pain into joy today. Through doubts, through fears, through the tears I've cried, every small step fills me with pride.
Each step is a crack in the pavement, where a flower blooms, where hope is born. One step at a time. It's all we need.
So from inventive humor to the nitty-gritty of recovery.
Yeah, the song captures the emotional roller coaster of physical therapy. It's not just about the physical effort.
It's about the mental and emotional battle, too.
Exactly. There's a line in the song that really gets me. The hallway's long, my legs feel weak, but every step's the hope I seek.
Wow. You can just feel the exhaustion and determination in those words.
Yeah, it's about pushing past that discomfort, clinging to that glimmer of hope, even when every fiber of your being wants to give up.
I think we've all been there at some point, right? Those moments where you just want to throw in the towel.
Yeah, those are the moments that really test our resilience.
And it's not just about our own willpower either.
You're right. There's often a whole support system involved.
And that can bring its own set of challenges.
Exactly. The song touches on that too. The feeling of wanting to be independent, but also needing help.
Yeah, and that guilt that can creep in when you rely on others.
The lyrics say, their cheers are soft, their smiles are kind, and guilt creeps into my mind, wanting nothing from them. Why do I rise? but I'll carry their hopes with every stride.
It's like they're carrying the weight of everyone's expectations on their shoulders.
And yet they keep pushing forward one step at a time.
So we've gone from Chester's ingenuity and dark humor to this really raw, emotional landscape of rehab.
And through it all, we're seeing these different facets of resilience emerge.
It's like each song is giving us a new lens through which to view this concept.
You're getting it.
Yeah.
And as we explore more of these lyrics, we'll see how the definition of resilience and success continues to evolve.
Okay, so what other lyrical gems do we have in store?
Well, get ready for a tonal shift, because up next we have Success, I'm the Consultant.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here with these song titles. They're definitely grabbing my attention.
That's the point. We got to keep you entertained.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather your minds and prepare your hearts. You've witnessed the journey, the struggle, and the glory. Now it's time to embrace the ultimate truth. Success is not a destination, it's me. They said I was broken, they said I was done, but here I stand, look how far I've come. From sponge baths awkward to a catheter's fight, every weird moment brought me closer to the light. Oh, the journey was messy, the odds were steep, but I'm here to tell you the winds run deep. Not every triumph is dressed to impress, but let me hear you shout it's success. Success! I'm the consultant. From the bed to the stage, it's triumphant. Through the chaos, I rose above. Success is the anthem we love. I emptied my bowels and oh, what a cheer. The nurse said, good boy, I shed a tear. From lovers to carers, life takes a spin, but success, my friends, is found within. Can I get a success for emptying my bowels? Successes. Can I get a success for sponge baths from haughty nurses? Successes. For success that's messy, absurd and wild. Success. So remember, success isn't clean, it isn't pretty, but it's yours to claim in all its gritty glory. Go forth, my friends, and embrace your absurd victories, because if I can do it, so can you.
So tell me about this success consultant. What's their story all about?
This one flips the script on traditional notions of success, instead of focusing on those big achievements.
Like fame, fortune, and all that jazz.
Exactly. This song celebrates those small everyday victories that often go unnoticed.
Oh, I like that already.
It's about finding joy and accomplishment in the mundane, in those little things that make up our daily lives.
Give me an example.
Well, the lyrics talk about going from sponge baths and catheters to proclaiming success.
Oh, wow. So it's about reclaiming your life even in the face of really difficult circumstances.
Exactly. And it's done with this playful sense of humor that's just so refreshing.
It's like they're saying, hey, I'm going to celebrate my wins no matter how small they might seem to others.
You got it. It's about empowering yourself to define success on your own terms.
And I love how this song uses humor as a coping mechanism.
Oh, it's brilliant, right? It's not about making light of serious situations.
It's about finding a way to laugh even when things are tough.
It's like finding that release valve that allows you to let go of tension and just embrace the absurdity of it all.
I love it. So this success consultant, they're not afraid to get real and celebrate the unconventional.
And there's a line that perfectly captures the spirit. Can I get a successes for emptying my bowels? Successes, can I get a success for sponge baths from haughty nurses? Successes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so cheeky and irreverent.
It's about finding those moments of levity even in the most unexpected places.
It's like they're reclaiming their power through humor and challenging us to do the same.
Exactly. So what do you think? Are you starting to see how these songs are painting a broader picture of resilience?
Absolutely. We've seen ingenuity, determination, raw emotion, and now this playful redefinition of success.
It's all connected, right? It's like they're all different pieces of the same puzzle.
And as we explore more of these lyrics, I'm sure we'll uncover even more layers to this complex and fascinating concept of resilience.
Oh, definitely. But before we jump to the next song, I think it's a good time to pause and consider the contrasting perspectives we've encountered so far.
Yeah, let's take a breath and reflect on what we've learned. What stands out to you as we look back at these first few songs?
You know what's really striking to me is how each song reframes our understanding of success.
It's like they're all challenging those preconceived notions of what it means to achieve something meaningful.
Exactly. We started with Chester, who found success through adapting to his physical limitations and using humor as a tool.
And then we moved to one step at a time, where success was measured in those incremental steps towards recovery.
Yeah, acknowledging both the physical and emotional hurdles along the way.
And now we have success, I'm the consultant, which throws out the rule book altogether.
It's like a celebration of the unconventional, a reminder that triumph can be found in the most ordinary of experiences.
You're right. It's like they're collectively saying, forget those external validation, forget those societal expectations. Success is what you make it.
And that's such an empowering message, especially in a world that often bombards us with these very narrow definitions of achievement.
It's about finding meaning and purpose on our own terms, celebrating those victories that resonate with our own values and experiences.
Beautifully said. And I think that's a great segue into our next song, which takes a more direct approach to the importance of holding on to dreams.
Oh, okay. This sounds intriguing. What's the title of this one?
It's called When You Give Up Your Dreams, You Die.
Wow, that's pretty blunt, but definitely gets the point across. What's the story behind this one?
This song serves as a powerful reminder that our dreams are not just these frivolous desires.
They're a vital part of who we are.
Exactly. They fuel our passions, our sense of purpose, and they can be a source of incredible strength.
Especially when we're facing difficult times.
You got it. Even when life throws us curveballs, even when it feels like all hope is lost, clinging to our dreams can be a powerful act of resilience.
It's like that movie Flashdance. What's the quote again? When you give up your dreams, you die. There's so much in that, it's so deep. When you give up your dreams, you die. When you give up your dreams, you die. What's the quote again? When you give up your dreams, you die. What's the quote again? When you give up your dreams, you die. What's the quote again? When you give up your dreams, you die. There's so much in that, it's so deep. When you give up your dreams, you die. When you give up your dreams, you die. When you give up your dreams, you die. When you give up your dreams, you die.
You know, it's interesting how this song ties back to the themes we've already been exploring. Well, Chester's determination, the step-by-step progress in one step at a time, even the unconventional celebrations of the success consultant.
They're all driven by this desire to keep moving forward, to hold on to that sense of purpose.
It's like they're all saying, don't give up on what makes you feel alive, even when things get tough.
You're absolutely right. And sometimes those dreams lead us down paths we never expected.
Like in our next song, I'm an actor and a poet.
In a world of masks and faces, where the stage is where I roam, I'm an actor and a poet. This is where I call my home. Inspiration is my guide, flowing through my very veins. I don't need a 9 to 5, our transcends all worldly chains. I'm an actor and a poet, in case you didn't know it. Every line I show it in the spotlight. I bestow it. No office tie shall bind me, cubicles I shall define. I'm a vessel for expression underneath the theater sky. With each word and scene created, feel the passion as it soars to a higher plane of grandeur. Through the audience it pours. I'm an actor and a poet, in case you didn't know it. Every line I breathe, I show it in the spotlight. I bestow it. With each word and scene created, feel the passion as it soars to a higher plane of grandeur. Through the audience it pours. I'm an actor and a poet, in case you didn't know it. Every line I breathe, I show it in the spotlight. I bestow it.
It's like they're saying, I'm going to define success on my own terms, and for me that means pursuing my art.
It's about finding that thing that sets your soul on fire and chasing after it with everything you've got.
Regardless of what society might say or those traditional expectations of success.
Exactly. And it connects so beautifully to the previous song.
It's like they're both saying, even when it feels like the world is telling you to give up, don't let go of those things that bring you joy and purpose.
And those things can take many forms.
Yeah, sometimes it's about finding solace in creative expression. Other times it's about connecting with others.
Or even just finding those moments of escape and laughter that remind us that life isn't always about overcoming obstacles.
Which brings us to our next song, Ride or Die, with Sandra from HR.
Okay, now that's a title I need you to unpack for me.
I'm picturing a wild road trip with the most unexpected companion.
You're not far off. This song is all about breaking free from the mundane and embracing the unexpected.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, the lyrics paint this picture of spontaneity and connection with lines like, hop in a car, drive to the stars with Sandra from HR.
Wait, so it's about finding adventure with someone you wouldn't necessarily expect.
Exactly. It's a reminder that sometimes the best way to cope with life's challenges is to just let go, have some fun, and create memories with the people around us.
Hop in a car, drive to the stars with Sandra from HR. We go far. She's the office girl in her own world. A fun distraction, freedom unfurled. Let's go for a ride, leave it all behind. Sandra by my side, adventure we'll find. Laugh in the car,
I love it. It's like a celebration of those quirky, unexpected friendships that bring joy and laughter into our lives.
It's about finding your tribe, even if your tribe includes the person from HR.
You know what, it's like a reminder that resilience isn't always about overcoming these huge obstacles.
Sometimes it's about those small moments of connection and joy that help us recharge and face the world with renewed energy.
And speaking of diverse perspectives, our final song for this deep dive takes a decidedly darker and more introspective approach to the theme of struggle.
Oh yeah, this one's a bit different.
Hit me with it. What's the title?
It's simply titled Untitled, which somehow adds to its sense of mystery.
Ooh, I like it. A little mysterious and intriguing. What can you tell us about this one?
This song uses a lot of imagery to convey this feeling of being trapped, lost, searching for meaning.
Okay, I'm listening.
There's a line that really captures this sense of disorientation and struggle. My life broke down into a code, 0 ones, the highway showed, memories like shattered glass, falling deep. The moment passed.
Wow, that's heavy. It paints this picture of someone grappling with internal turmoil, fragmented memories, and a sense of disconnect from reality.
It's definitely a contrast to the lighter, more hopeful tones we've encountered in some of the other songs.
But it's important to remember that resilience isn't always about bouncing back quickly or finding easy answers.
Exactly. Sometimes it's about navigating the darkness, sitting with the discomfort, and searching for meaning, even when it feels elusive.
My life broke down into code, 0s, 1s, the highway showed, memories like shattered glass, falling deep the moment passed. Darkness hides the cyber gleam, stuck in pitch black, no dare to scream. Silence echoes cold and bare, void of thought and void of care. My life flashed before my eyes, fading out beneath the skies, searching for the light it seems, underneath my underwater dreams. I float in shadows, lost at sea, drowning in my circuitry. Can't escape the data stream, trapped within this endless dream. My life flashed before my eyes, fading out beneath the skies, searching for the light it seems, underneath my underwater dreams.
It's a reminder that the human experience encompasses a wide range of emotions and experiences, and resilience can look different for everyone.
Sometimes it's about finding the light, and sometimes it's about learning to navigate the shadows.
Well said. And even though this song is quite different in tone and subject matter from the others, it still speaks to that human need to find connection and meaning.
Even in the midst of profound struggle.
It's like it's completing the puzzle we've been piecing together throughout this deep dive.
We've explored the highs and lows, the humor and the heartache, the different ways people cope, adapt, and find meaning in the face of various challenges.
It's been quite a journey so far, and I'm already feeling inspired by the diverse perspectives we've encountered.
Me too. It's amazing how much depth and insight we can gain from these seemingly simple snippets of music.
Absolutely. Now, before we move on to our final reflections, I want to hear from you, our listener. How are these songs resonating with your own experiences?
What are your personal whack-off sticks? Those moments of ingenuity or humor that have helped you navigate challenges.
Have you ever had a Sandra from HR moment that brought you unexpected joy and escape?
And how have you navigated those darker moments, those times when life felt like a fragmented code?
We know that every journey is unique, but there's power in sharing our stories and recognizing that we're not alone in our struggles and triumphs.
So take a moment to reflect on how these songs connect with your own life. What lessons have you learned about resilience, humor, and the human spirit?
And if you're feeling brave, we encourage you to share your thoughts with us in the comments or connect with us on social media.
We'll be right here, ready to listen and learn alongside you. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up this musical journey and leave you with some final thoughts to carry with you.
Are you looking for something a little special this Christmas? Then look no further than the Attitude Consultant Christmas Party. You'll be bedazzled for hours with his fast wit and clever jokes.
Alrighty, it's time for the Christmas cracker. How do you make apple crumble? Post a picture of Steve Jobs fingering a child. Oh, fuck off, I didn't write it. Don't shoot the messenger.
And take the night home with none other than DJ Press Play.
Yeah, you guys up to some Darude Sandstorm tonight? Yeah, put your hands together.
Alright, who's up to Goon of Fortune?
AttitudeConsultant.com.
Welcome back to our deep dive into resilience.
Back into those song lyrics, right?
Song lyrics that really pack a punch.
They really do. It's amazing how these little snippets of music can get us thinking about some pretty depth stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've already gone from inventive humor to the raw vulnerability of rehabilitation, even that playful redefinition of success.
Just like we're peeling back the layers of what it means to be resilient, seeing it from all these different angles.
And I think that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
It's not just one definition of resilience, it's a whole spectrum of experiences and perspectives.
And speaking of perspectives, I'd love to hear what's resonating with you as we journey through these songs.
Yeah, let's shift gears for a moment. How are these lyrics connecting with your own life? What's standing out to you so far?
Well, for me, I keep coming back to how these songs challenge those traditional notions of success.
Yeah, it's not about climbing the corporate ladder or winning awards or anything like that.
It's about those small victories, those personal triumphs that might not make headlines, but they mean the world to us.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's about recognizing that success is deeply personal and can be found in the most unexpected places.
Exactly. And it's about defining what matters to you and celebrating those milestones, whether they're big or small.
It's like, Chester's whack-off stick.
Yeah, I think we all need a whack-off stick in our life.
It's not just a tool. It's a symbol of his ingenuity and his refusal to let limitations define him.
And that's a powerful message for all of us, right? Finding ways to adapt, to get creative, to reclaim our power, even when things get tough.
Absolutely. And, it's not always about finding those external solutions.
It's about navigating that internal landscape as well, right? Our emotions, our thoughts.
The song One Step at a Time really captures that struggle.
It's not just physical, it's mental and emotional, too.
Every step forward is a victory not just over physical limitations, but also over self-doubt and the pressure to succeed.
And that pressure can be immense sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Especially when we feel the weight of other people's expectations on our shoulders.
The song talks about that guilt that can creep in when you rely on others.
The lyrics say, "Their cheers are soft, their smiles are kind, and guilt creeps into my mind. Wanting nothing from them, why do I rise? But I'll carry their hopes with every stride."
It's like they're carrying the hopes and dreams of their loved ones right alongside their own burdens.
And yet they keep pushing forward one step at a time.
It's a powerful image of resilience.
And sometimes that support comes from the most unexpected places.
Like Sandra from HR.
Exactly. Remember that song, Ride or Die with Sandra from HR?
I love that one. It's such a fun reminder that connection and joy can be found in the most unexpected places.
Sometimes the best medicine is just letting go, embracing spontaneity, and creating memories with the people around us.
Even if those people are from HR.
Exactly. It's about finding those people who make us laugh, who get us, who remind us that life isn't always about overcoming obstacles.
It's also about savoring those moments of joy and connection.
Those moments can be incredibly restorative,
Yeah, they give us the energy and resilience to face the challenges that inevitably come our way.
It's like a reminder that life is a marathon, not a sprint.
And it's important to pace ourselves, take breaks, find those moments of lightness along the way.
And sometimes those moments of lightness come from embracing our own unique definitions of success.
Success, I'm the consultant, really challenged me to think about that.
It's not always about those grand accomplishments or external validation.
It's about finding those little wins in everyday life.
Those moments that make you feel proud of yourself no matter how unconventional they might seem to others.
And celebrating them.
Yeah.
No matter what anyone else says.
Exactly. So are you starting to see how all of these different songs are weaving together into a larger tapestry of resilience?
Oh, absolutely. It's like they're each shining a light on a different aspect of this complex and multifaceted concept.
And it's not just about the individual pieces, but also about the connections between them.
The way they build on each other, inform each other, and create a more holistic understanding of what it means to be resilient.
It's like we're creating a mosaic of resilience, each song, a tile that adds to the beauty and complexity of the overall design.
And as we continue to explore these lyrics, I'm sure we'll uncover even more layers to this fascinating concept.
I have no doubt. But for now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned so far and how it connects with your own experiences.
I think that's a great idea. It's always good to pause and integrate what we're learning.
So we'll be back in just a moment to wrap up this deep dive and leave you with some final thoughts to carry with you.
Well, I've only got 15 seconds to say this, so I'm recording on the shitter. Please check out the Attitude Consultant, attitudeconsultant.com, or you can find it on any of your streaming apps. Fuck, I've got 5 seconds left.
All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive. And you know what I got to say?
What's that?
These song lyrics, they really got me thinking.
I know, right? It's amazing how music can do that, just sneak up on you and make you see things in a whole new light.
As we've been talking, I keep coming back to this idea of the puzzle. You know, each song is like a piece of the puzzle.
And together they create this bigger picture of resilience.
Yeah, it's not just about the individual stories, but about how they all connect and inform each other.
It's like we're building a mosaic, each song adding another layer of complexity and beauty to the overall design.
And that design, that tapestry of human experience, it's what makes us all so resilient in the face of adversity.
We have this incredible capacity for ingenuity, for humor, for empathy, for digging deep and finding strength even when things are tough.
It's like we have this inner reservoir of resilience, and these songs are showing us different ways to tap into that source of strength.
We see it in Chester's determination, right? That refusal to let his circumstances define him.
And in the step-by-step progress of one step at a time, each step a victory not just over physical limitations, but over self-doubt and the pressure to succeed.
And let's not forget the defiant celebration of small victories in success. I'm the consultant.
It's a reminder that success doesn't have to look a certain way.
It's about defining it on your own terms and finding those moments of joy and accomplishment wherever you can.
And even in Untitled, with all its darkness and vulnerability, there's still that glimmer of resilience.
It's about acknowledging the struggle, the pain, the confusion, and finding a way to keep moving forward even when you don't have all the answers.
You know, as we've been talking, I've realized something important.
What's that?
Resilience isn't about being perfect or always having it all together.
You're absolutely right. It's about embracing the messiness of life, the imperfections, the setbacks, and finding ways to keep going, even when it's tough.
And it's about remembering that we don't have to do it alone.
Connection is key, whether it's finding support in unexpected places like in Ride or Die with Sandra from HR, or seeking solace in creative expression like I'm an actor and a poet.
It's about nurturing those relationships, those passions, those things that bring us joy and help us tap into our inner strength.
And it's about being kind to ourselves when we stumble, when we fall short, when we feel like we're not enough.
Self-compassion is a crucial part of resilience.
It's about recognizing that we're all human and we all deserve a little grace along the way.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this thought.
I'm listening.
Resilience is a journey, not a destination.
It's a process of growth and adaptation, of learning to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace, humor, and a healthy dose of self-care.
You know, what are your whack-off sticks? What are your Sandra from HR moments?
What are those things that help you tap into your inner resilience and find joy even amidst challenges?
I encourage you to take some time to reflect on those questions.
Explore those inner landscapes, identify those sources of strength, and remember, you're not alone in this journey.
Well, that's it for this deep dive into resilience.
We've laughed, we've reflected, we've explored the multifaceted nature of the human spirit through the lens of these incredible song lyrics.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to connect with us on social media or leave a comment below.
Until next time, keep singing, keep laughing, keep sharing your stories, and keep those dreams alive.
See you on the next deep dive.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.